Hey y'all, what it is, what it do. It's your girl Brittany. I'm back. I'm better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. We know that I post frequently. All right, y'all, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping, we doing a doggy power, doggy yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, come without further ado. Let's go and get into today's video. So we are discussing Dollhouse Reunion Part 2. Honestly, in my opinion, did we really need this part? Not really. A lot of this part could have been cut down. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I only watched it once. I was bored. I started getting on my phone. I'm like, they doing a lot of talking. And I wish in times like this I could fast forward through all this talking because can y'all fight? Like, what's the purpose of me hearing bruh man on the fourth floor and y'all ain't fighting bruh man on the fourth floor? If y'all not gonna get up to the fourth floor, then what really are we talking about here? The girls was doing a lot trying to get to Kenzie, but I feel as though once they got on the stage, it was just a lot of talking. It was a lot of history lessons. If you've been following my channel, you've been watching the panels, you already up to date on mostly, what the issue is between them. But honestly, at this point, it's the reunion. Who cares really why y'all beefing? Like, fight. Simple. Now, again, we start off with the smack that changed the world. Okay. When I say Kenzie smacked the dog out of London, I mean the dog. All the bark went mute. For a moment, I think the world went silent because she smacked the shit out of her so hard. So, boom. As we figuring out the smack and everybody reacting to the smack, the girls down them steps, pissed, mad, like whole riot. JB's was the starter of the riot. She ready. She on that. She need that. She like, let me out. Ain't no way. Let me out. Come on. Get me up them steps. And I'm sad to say it, but once you got the steps, like, I mean, I get it. Kenzie wasn't out there no more or whatever, but like, I wanted more. I wanted more. Like, it was so chaotic in the beginning. I'm really thinking like, okay, ooh, like they finna finally catch some real fades. So Kenzie has came to redeem herself. Like I said, she had really put a hit on her back once she hit London. Okay. So Kenzie up here spin. She trying to get to Swayana. I'm like, baby, Kenzie says she's gonna run her. Like, this is her reunion. She's really came to redeem herself. But we gonna see if she really gonna redeem herself when the real big bad wolf head bitch in charge gets out here. Now, I don't know if Kenzie started reflecting in her mind, like, oh, the fans ain't gonna like that. It do look kind of weak that I did sneak her, da da da. She is one of the weakest links in the house, da da da. Because the emotions started doing a job, okay? Stirring the pot, stirring it up. So Swayana calling her weak and everything like that. Kenzie won't even let security take her to the other side. She like, and you, don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Then when fine shit came up, she was like, but like, yeah, like you ain't gotta put your hands on me. I said, yeah, when a man is in the building, Kenzie turns all that down. He said, hey, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, you doing them on. He didn't even have to say much, just a look. Okay. Because, like, you say, okay, put his hands on me, though. Now, did anybody peep that T-Lo called Kenzie a nigga? Some nigga, hold on. Did anybody peep that, or was it just me? So, Gelani and Akasha come out, but honestly, when they was coming out, I was in my head like, really? Akasha really ain't banging like she play like she is? Gelani got them hands on her, so I definitely understand why Gelani came out suited and booted. I wish we would have changed the outfit. No shade. The custom pieces just need to stay in the closet and be a collection at this point. But ball out. Mind you, Akasha and JT both from Florida. So, they got that Florida water right up in them. Y'all know how that is. So JT just gives Akasha words of advice, and they go from there. Now, once Gelani and Akasha come out, Akasha ends up telling the story behind, what beef that her and Joyce got. She ends up basically saying that Joyce is jealous. She's jealous. Not behind looks, because Joyce is pretty. But Akasha feels as though the rooms that she comes in just by her spirit alone, Joyce feels as though she can't obtain it. So therefore, she wants what Akasha has. Now things went left once JT ends up calling out Akasha. And honestly, from the whole Gelani, Joyce, and Akasha situation, I do think that Gelani was pillow talking. I'm not gonna lie. I do think Gelani was pillow talking. She got caught up in pillow talking. And like Akasha said, she know what to do to make Gelani jump, skip, hop, leap, and do the Dougie. And with her knowing how to do that, she did make Gelani jump, skip, hop, leap, and do the Dougie. And like JT said, why would you do your friend like that? If that's your friend, you're not gonna do your friend like that. But Jelani like, no, because it wasn't even like that. It was like that. You made her do something that you wanted her to do because you didn't like the actions that she took. I do feel like to an extent, Akasha cleared JT when she was like, and you should know what that feel like. JT had nothing else to say. JT was silent, mute, mic drop. Now, Gelani ends up letting us know that Joyce had pressed charges on her. Now, it's Akasha telling me something. Now, Deja, she's a police asshole. Ain't that right, Deja? Right? Deja is a police asshole, too. Please do not get it twisted. Just because they sit up here kiki cackle with y'all do not mean that. I'm sure if one of y'all ever came up to Deja's presence acting like y'all was gonna hit her, Deja would be calling 911 on y'all as well. Okay, the laws are probably on speed though. But I'm gonna say this too, Jelani. That's not true what you said about Joyce with Naj. Naj was running down on Joyce. Joyce ain't do nothing but grab her by her wig and throw her down, and she was defending herself. So no, honey bunny, that wasn't necessarily to me a good example of Joyce hitting biologicals. So they finally bring Joyce out. Joyce can't even do her intro model while Gelani is acting like this girl. Well, she did mess up her stuff, so I get it. Act like how you need to act, Gelani. Boom, Joyce come out. Mikhail don't even get a good intro, okay? You just like, bro, okay, come on. Bring your ass out here. So, mind you, they starting to talk and everything is continuing to go left, but I'm hearing a lot of talking and not a lot of hands being thrown. Now, Akasha saying that she helped host, ooh, a scratch. Let's not do too much. First of all, I think, again, whatever dream now that TV sold the girls, that's the dream they sold them. But at the end of the day, Jocelyn is entertaining and she was an entertaining host. And truly, it was Jocelyn versus her own dolls, to be honest. The show wouldn't have been really much of nothing if it wasn't for everybody getting into it with Jocelyn and Michaela. That's truly what the show was about. If anything, the show should have been called the Jocelyn House, to be honest, because everybody just got into it with Jocelyn. Nobody necessarily really honestly got into it with each other for real. And if you did, it was Jocelyn little people versus the other people, to be honest. But in my opinion, as far as Akasha saying that she helped host and do all that, somebody had two one-on-ones. Now they feel like they're the host. Like, please calm down. Now, Joyce coming out not ready to bang really did irritate me. Yes, I love the dresses that Joyce be having. I do be liking her custom made dresses. This was not one of my faves. I did love the bob, and we definitely got the tree braids up under that wig afterwards, and I love that for me. But it definitely took them way too long. It was too much dialogue for me. Honestly, a lot of this dialogue could have been resorted out on the panel. It should have been resorted out on the panel. I get it. Okay, look cute, but y'all know when y'all got to the stage what was supposed to happen. Them trying to put Michaela in the middle is like, baby, she's a security guard. She is security for Joyce. Okay, this is her personal bodyguard. Like she said, she don't really have no issue with y'all. She don't know y'all. But if Joyce tell her to jump, she's going to say how high. Like my thing was Deja and Akasha was playing like they was clocking some. Y'all not clocking nothing. She just said that her loyalty run deep. If Joyce asked her to get out there, she was gonna get out there, rain, sleet, or snow. So what are we clocking? Now it's no way on God's green earth that Joyce thought that Jelani wasn't coming back for season 2. Jelani definitely was most of the show. No shade. Now, these little childish outfits, do I want her to keep them at home? Absolutely. Okay, let's keep them in the closet. Let's keep it in the playhouse. But Jelani is definitely coming back for season 2. She definitely earned her stripes. Now, Michaela and Akasha fight. Now, they've been talking for 20 minutes. The fight was very much so underwhelming. Y'all been talking for 20 minutes, and as soon as y'all get that, the fade was kind of trash. Don't get me wrong, Jelani was in there. I'm talking about in it, but I waited 20 minutes for that. That's insane. Not Deja finally clocked in, ready to do her job when it came to JB's, baby. She said, and don't do that because that was your friend. You lived for her. Okay, Deja. Period. Now Deja is irritated. She over it because she like me, baby. She came to see you girls squabble. Oh my God. Oh my God. Blood. You know, y'all been sitting up here for 30 minutes. 30. And I can only imagine how much they did cut out for it to still make a little sense. But all this could have been back and forth on Rick Rosa's panel. No shade. Did I need to see this? No. It was really a waste of 30 minutes. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So Isaiah gets in Joyce's head, telling Joyce, hey, like, you already know how you gonna look. Check this out. Y'all already know how he give it up. So he got Joyce to go change. And miss her changing, like I said, that's when Deja was irritated because obviously they paid big money to get JT, and all y'all sitting up here doing is kind of playing in out his TV face. So they might as well bring more dolls out. You know, they might as well bring everybody else out so everybody can catch their ones. Or, you know, bring one of the stars out. The big star who kind of really did shake it up, woke it up. And to me, that's insane. They already bringing JB out. Like, it is part two. But I think that's crazy that they already bringing her out when she wasn't even there that long. So JB's comes out, you know, giving it to the girls. The only thing was that got on my nerves is this whole you gonna get it on my time, you gonna get it on my time. What did they pay y'all for if everybody just say you gonna get it on my time? Your time is when you come out of that little dollhouse panel that they got coming up. That is your time right there to shine. I'm tired of y'all reading. Y'all been reading each other since the show. Fight. So Makala and JB's is reading each other. I did forget on the show they was cool because they was going back and forth on the panel for so long. I definitely thought they beef was gonna be on site, but again, the girls want to read each other down before they catch hands. So mind you, JB's is reading Makala down. It's Makala. Look at you, girl. When JB's did that pose, girl, I screamed so loud. All I heard was her stop talking, and then they put the camera on her. Girl, I screamed. Now Deja had to come down because they're not doing anything. She getting irritated with all the talking. I been irritated. We're going on almost 40 minutes, and still much of nothing has happened. She comes down and let them know, like, all that arguing, baby, we finna cut half of that out. Y'all not doing that but arguing. Ain't no hands being thrown. We're not getting nowhere. Why is y'all still talking? Ain't fine. So Joyce finally comes out, wig snatched off, ready to bang. I said, thank God. Now, mind you, we thinking we about to see a fight. Even Deja, like the crazy thing, I feel as though I've never really heard Deja talk this much. They just sit up here, come on, you come on. Come on, you come on. Come on, bulldoze me. Get in there. Come on. Come on. Oh, go over this line. Oh, you ain't gonna go over the line. Go over the line. Like, girl, you been asking her to fight, aka Akasha, this whole time. Now you want her to come to you? Girl, we're 45 minutes in. For Akasha to have been fiending for Joyce like she was, for Joyce to tear her that quick is crazy. Like, girl, at this point, just get out the stage, wasting my goddamn time like that. What was the purpose? This whole time you've been running around the stage trying to get her. You come on, you come on, you come on. And then you lose the fight. You ain't doing that but hitting her arm. Don't piss me off. Now they end up talking about another incident that happened off camera that I personally feel as though they could have talked about on the panel as well. They could have skimmed by this, but okay, let's talk about it. So JV's ends up knocking Joyce over the head with a perfume bottle. I understand Joyce pressing charges just because, girl, we is not on TV. I'm not entertaining nobody. I'm not getting no check to fight you. And you hit her in the head with a perfume bottle. No, she didn't get no lick back. The lick back is pressing charges, you paying a fine, you being annoyed because now you got to go out your way, out your day to deal with me pressing charges against you. And yeah, it's a fine. Maybe it is $300-400, but I don't care. I don't care. I want you out of my way. I want to inconvenience your day. So I'm thinking that's where Joyce is coming from. It's more about like just having to be an inconvenience and being like, oh, you're violent and I press charges on you. I don't think Joyce, like she said, cared about getting a lick back because it's not like y'all on TV. It's not like, you went and embarrassed her or anything like that. Nobody's seen it. Everybody just see her talking to the police. You're going to prison. You're going to prison. JB's. I ain't went to jail yet, oh. I ain't went to jail yet. Now, my thing is, y'all continue to involve JB's mama. She already said that she's suing the network. Keep playing with her. Now, at one point, as Joyce is in the middle of her speech, Persuasion comes out and get bulldozed by a security guard. My thing is this is not that serious to be manhandling them like that. Sometimes the security guard really be overdoing it. I'm not gonna lie to you. That man should have been fired. Like, I get it, you want to stop her or whatever, but charging her on the ground like that, that's crazy. Immediately fired. And I'm not gonna lie, the fact that Akasha only wanted to do one round with Joyce is a waste of all of our times. You were chasing her for 45 minutes on that stage. You needed that so bad. And now I don't want to fight no more. Girl, get out here on your ones. Do not piss me off. Now, JB's did make a good point. She feels as though because Joyce is picking and choosing who she wants to fight, other girls feel as though they can too. But I don't feel like none of y'all should be able to pick and choose. That is kind of boring for me as a viewer to sit here and watch all y'all be like, my time, my time, my time. I get what you're saying, but also too, y'all should come up here and do a job. No, now that TV can't necessarily force y'all to fight, but y'all can't keep us here to hear y'all argue either. When y'all not really saying anything and y'all picking and choosing when y'all want to fight, like that's annoying. Now, JB's ends up talking about Kenzie, saying that she need that from her, but she already know by the time she comes out, Kenzie is gonna change her tune. I agree. We all know that Kenzie is scary and picks and choose. Now we end up talking about hosts. I definitely think JB's would have been a good host. Absolutely. Do I really care for the trio of JB's, Gelani, and Akasha? Not really. Not for me personally. I think JB's is better off by herself. I think if it came to Akasha, JB's, and Jelani, JB's and Akasha would be fighting over attention and the spotlight. And, I definitely think it'll be some jealousy there and they will fall out quick because of pride and ego. So I think everybody is good just doing what they doing right now. So it seems as though the part 3 is the part that will be shaking up. We get the Princess Crip in the building. Savannah comes in, Crip and cousins, getting up in there real quick with JB's. We get JB's versus Kenzie. Thank God, finally. Okay, the Crip Queen and the Crip Princess, I believe. We get them, Bria, Ari finna be ducking Smoke, ducking Wrecking Ibn. So we have some phase lined up because this episode right here, like I said before, truly to me was a waste of time. I felt as though the first episode they gave us a whole bunch of dialogue and I was cool with that, but the second one, put me to sleep. All right, y'all, love y'all. See y'all in the next one. Bye.